Climate change. Despite the overwhelming evidence showing us this is a growing problem, why do some people still deny that it's actually happening? My name is Jim Crowell, and I'm a polar roboticist, which means I develop instruments and robots to study the north and south pole of our planet. And through my research, I've had the opportunity to talk to many people about this. And from lay people, the main question I get is, what's the deal with climate change? What's going on with this whole thing? And I found that really one of the main reasons why they are just so confused about this topic is a lack of clarity in the information being portrayed to the public. Let me explain. Just this past week, I read one of many articles I've read in the media on Forbes magazine. A friend sent me a link, and so I clicked on it, started reading through, and it was this journalist who was claiming that climate change was not a real thing. And so I started reading through this article, and I realized he did not quote any polar scientists. He did not quote any scientists in general. It was just him going into the NASA portal and looking at the NASA data, which is publicly available, and making his own interpretation of the data. And the problem you have with this is that he doesn't actually understand what he's looking at. He doesn't know the difference between summer ice, winter ice, land ice, and sea ice, and the differences that those have in the effect of our climate. And so, in addition to that, you'll have people say, oh, well, obviously climate change is happening, but it can't be man-made. I also disagree with this. So just about a month ago, I was in Greenland, and I had the opportunity to go and talk to the Inuit, who are the native people in Greenland. And you talk to them, and they've been there for thousands of years, and you sit there, and I met this beautiful woman, Irene, and we were just sitting there crying together, talking about how the ice is leaving, and their whole culture revolves around the ice. And so you talk to her about this, and they talk about Jakobshavn Glacier. Jakobshavn Glacier is the most productive glacier in Greenland, which means 10% of all the ice leaving Greenland is coming out of this one glacier. And so the glacial channel from the ocean to the glacial wall, where it is now, right now is over 50 miles long. And so from 7000 BC, when the Inuit first saw it, to 1850, it retreated about 25 miles. And from 1850 to today, it receded another 25 miles. And 1850 is about the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. So you can infer from that that humanity has a direct cause to the acceleration of this problem. So how do we fix this? We have to have our journalists, they have to keep each other accountable. They have to dig deeper and find the actual truth of the question they're trying to answer instead of forming the data around the answer that they want. And then when you have that, you have an educated public who can keep their legislators accountable, and so people can make laws that will help us take care of our planet together. Thank you.